everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would just vlog my day, take you along with me. I have the day off from work, so I'm just going to be trying to get a few things done, like going to the reptile store, finishing a book that I'm currently reading, and then possibly starting another one. I should say definitely starting another one. I've pretty much gotten ready. I'm just wearing a sweatshirt and some leggings to stay comfortable, and I'm probably just going to wear my Uggs. It's a little bit of a chilly, windy, cloudy day out, but I'm not gonna let that stop me from having a good day. Before I head out on my errands, I'm just gonna make my bed, maybe clean up my room a little bit. I cleaned it mostly yesterday, so I shouldn't have much to do today. But then after that, we'll just see where the day brings us. Let's go. Recently, I've been listening to the Inheritance Games free audiobook on YouTube. It has all 3 books on there. I already finished the first book in like a couple days. I was listening to it at work, and now I'm on to the second book. I'm about 1/4 of the way through it, and I'm obsessed with this series, so I'm just gonna be putting that on while I clean my room.
Merry little Christmas.
So bright. I'm glowing. Eventually, I'll end up getting a car mount because I'm not really sure how I feel about this, but it'll do.
Taking a puff. 500 shots, I got 500 rounds. 500 plots, I got 500 pounds. Yeah, I can't go out like that. You know that's why I'm clutching. Tell her that I'm still adjusting. I live in enough.
I made it out of the reptile store. There actually were a lot of people in there today, and I was not about to pull out my camera in that crowd of people. I just got stuff to feed Alfie and Apollo. We're just gonna go home, and I'm super excited to do some reading. I also really want to watch a Christmas movie. I'm really feeling The Grinch this year. I was obsessed with that movie growing up. I watched it even when it wasn't Christmas time. I just was obsessed with it. So since I've been craving watching The Grinch lately, I am just going to put that on and finish my book. I can't wait to go home and finish the book that I'm reading right now. I'm reading The 7-Year Slip. I've been reading it for a while just because I've been going between that and another book, or actually like a couple other books, but I'm finally getting to the end. I literally think I have like 7 pages left, which is crazy, but I couldn't finish it last night. I fell asleep and I wanted to finish it during a vlog today, so super excited to finish that, and then I'll show you what I've picked out for my next read. I just made it back home, and as you guys can tell, it started raining, which I'm so happy for. I need to get inside and start reading. This is perfect reading weather. Does anyone else just love a random day of rainy weather and a free car wash? Because I do. guys, so as you saw, I ended up finishing up the 7-Year Slip. This was really, really cute. I definitely enjoyed the end. Hi guys, I'm actually popping in from the future wearing my pajamas and all to tell you a little bit more about the plot of the 7-Year Slip. I never really hopped into what this book was about. This is a romance and it follows our main character Clementine West, who lives in New York City. She works as a book publisher, which I really liked that little part of the story. I thought it was cute. But she inherits this apartment and she has stories of her aunt telling her that this apartment travels 7 years into the past, and she's like, okay, kind of interesting. Didn't really think much of it, just kind of thought her aunt might be playing games, but she comes to realize that her aunt might have been telling the truth when she runs into a guy named Ewan who is staying in her aunt's apartment 7 years in the past. So reading about that dynamic and kind of how awkward that would be was actually kind of fun. Ewan is an aspiring chef, and so like cooking is a big theme throughout the book, which I really enjoyed. And it pops back and forth in between the past and the present, which I also thought was really cool. I don't think I have any books currently that have time travel as like a part of the story other than In 5 Years, which I have not read yet. That's still on my TBR, but I did enjoy that part of the book. It was super cool. Make sure to check the trigger warnings on this book if you feel like that's something that you need to do. Just with her aunt's story, it could be a sensitive subject for some, so check that out. But overall, this book is just a really cute love story, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little synopsis. Now back to Past Maddie. For me, at the beginning of this book, it wasn't that it was slow, but it was less eventful than I feel like the end was. So I was a little worried that I wasn't going to love it, but the more I read it, the more I really enjoyed it. So I highly recommend the 7-Year Slip if you've never read it before. This one's by Ashley Poston. I've never read anything of hers before. She's also the author of The Dead Romantics, which I heard is a very good book. But this was really cute. I definitely recommend it, like I said. Can anyone guess what book I'm moving on to? Drumroll please. The Silent Patient. I'm finally reading this one. I've heard such good things about it. You guys know I've talked about it a bunch. I've already started reading it. I'm already to chapter 3. The chapters have been pretty short. I think it's like page 13, so... Alright guys, I'm back from the future once again to tell you a little bit more about The Silent Patient. So I believe this is a psychological thriller and it follows our main character Theo, and he is a psychotherapist. I want to say he's like in his 30s if I'm not wrong. He's married to a woman named Kathy, and it just follows him being very interested in a particular patient. Now I don't want to butcher her last name, but her name is Alicia Berenson. I think I'm saying that right. So a little bit about Alicia's story is that her husband Gabriel comes home from work one day and she shoots him 6 times in the head, no explanation, and never speaks again. And so our main character Theo is very intrigued and he wants to figure out why Alicia isn't speaking. It's almost like he wants to know her side of things and almost like sympathizes with her, and it's a very interesting dynamic between Theo and Alicia as like therapist and patient, just because he does push some boundaries in the book that he's not supposed to, and it kind of raises the question as to why she is so important to him. But this book just dives into Theo trying to figure out why Alicia isn't talking. It also follows a little bit of drama between Theo and his wife Kathy, which is also a cool plot line to kind of follow throughout the story, and the plot just hooks you from the beginning. But now that I've told you a little bit more about The Silent Patient, I'll send you back to Past Maddie. I'm not too far in, but I already love this author's style of writing. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this book, so I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I really enjoy psychological thrillers, just thrillers in general. So I already know I'm probably gonna love this book. I don't want to jinx it though. I'll still give you guys my honest opinion when I'm done, of course, but these are just my predictions. I'm just gonna continue reading this, and I guess I'll update you guys in the morning. Alright guys, we've officially made it to the next day. I fell asleep reading The Silent Patient, literally fell asleep with it in my hands. I made it to chapter 5, page 23, so not very far at all. I definitely wanted to keep going, but I was exhausted. So I'm super excited to continue reading this morning. There's nothing like sunshine after it rains, so the sun is out. I have a few hours before work, so I'm just gonna see how much I can read, and I'll update you guys once I'm a little further into the book. So I thought I would hop into the video and just talk a little bit about how I'm feeling. I read till page 101. It's really starting to pick up and I've been annotating it. You can't really see because I used some really light tabs because I didn't have any that matched the book really well. There have been a lot of moments that I've wanted to annotate. We've learned much more about our main character, Theo, what his life looks like, things that he might have struggled with in his past, and then even into a little bit of drama that's going on in his life currently. I really haven't wanted to put this down. Once I got into the groove of it, it was just so easy to keep going. A lot of people have explained this book as a slow burn, and that's understandable. It's not the fastest book, but when people explained it as a slow burn, I kind of thought that I might be bored during the beginning of the book, and that's not at all how I've been feeling. I've really just enjoyed the character development so far and the story, so I'm excited to keep reading. Sadly, I have to head off to work for the night, so I'm not sure how much reading I'm gonna get done, but I really appreciate you guys starting this book with me. I'm definitely gonna have to update you on how I feel. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I already think it was done so well, and I've even been able to make some connections from my own life to the main character, so that might be part of the reason why I'm enjoying it. But if you guys are interested in how I feel about this book as I read it and continue diving into the story, make sure that you're subscribed so that you can hear my opinion in my future videos. But anyways, that's it for me for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've read The Silent Patient or The 7-Year Slip, please leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about the book. No spoilers, please. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.
Chestnut roasting